Hello, my name is Mark and welcome to Organic Gardening located in Zone 6B in the lovely state of New Jersey. And today I want to share with you how you can get free plant nutrients for the lifetime of your plants in your garden. So how do we get free nutrients for our plants? It's a simple process that nature's been doing from day one on our planet. Now, you've seen other videos where they use eggs and they'll bury eggs underneath the plant or eggshells in the garden to help with calcium. Let's say this is a tomato plant here and it has blossom end rot. So a lot of fixes is to use, let's say, extra calcium to stop that blossom end rot on the tomatoes growing on our tomato plant. Now, other things is burying something like a fish head. I don't have a fish, but I got a can of tuna fish. But that's other videos that show you that you can use fish in the garden. And also we have our lovely Epsom salt. Now, the only thing that is missing that they don't tell you, none of this goes directly to your plant. There's something missing in that gap that goes from, let's say, this egg to here. So this is the missing part in the middle, and that's what I want to explain to you. Now, once you see it happening and you understand what's going on, you can make your garden work more efficiently than ever before, and that's doing no-till. Now, you've heard many claims on no-till, what's going on, and how it's been going to be helping you in the future. And that's from not disrupting the microbes in the soil. That's exactly what you need to have going on inside these types of things. So when you have your eggshell or egg that you bury in the garden, the first thing that's going to come across, it's going to be something like this. And this is called bacteria. Now, bacteria has to eat that eggshell first, and that's the first process. That's step number one. But it still doesn't go from the egg to your tomato plant over here by just the bacteria eating it. There's something else in there. Now, bacteria is in the soil, and we also have to have plenty of fungi in the soil. Also, too, to add to that link in the middle here, that things can work out much better for you in the future. So, what is it going to need to get from your eggshell or your fish head or Epsom salt or any type of thing that's organic? It needs the other two things that goes on in your soil, and that's the big guys. The other guys are microscopic. Now it's these. Now this is called a protozoa, and this is called a nematode. And I'll give you a better camera shot of these a little bit in the future of the video. But these two things have to eat those bacteria and fungi to release plant nutrients in your ground. And that's the way nature has been doing it from day one. All these things are necessary because that's the way nature developed it. So you have your bacteria and fungi eating that eggshell and breaking it down. Now these heavy hitters or heavy eaters are going to eat those bacteria and fungi, and once they need the minerals and nutrients for themselves inside their own body, they're going to release that. It's almost like worm castings on a microscopic level. Then you have plant nutrients available in the soil. Like I promised, this is just a closer look what's going on. So we have our egg that we bury in the soil, or using eggshells that we put in the garden. We have to have our bacteria and fungi start going after that egg and breaking it down. And these two things use glue to attach themselves onto that egg and hold it in place, and then they release enzymes, and those enzymes starts breaking down that shell. So next, we have our larger group of microorganisms in the soil, and that's going to be eating our bacteria and fungi also. So we have our protozoa and nematodes. Now these can consume probably like 1,000 bacteria in an hour easily when they're right around the root system. So now when they're done eating those bacteria and release them from their bodies, then it's available to that plant. Now our plant is happy, it has all the nutrients it needs, and if it's lacking certain nutrients, only plants can do this. We can't really help it. That plant will send out something like exudates, a signal to the ground to start attracting more bacteria and fungi, and then the protozoas and nematodes will come in and help that plant in that root system to see what's going on and what it needs to actually be more healthy and produce nutrient-dense vegetables. So those chains of events again, we start out with our egg that's just a mineral-based product. So now it has to be getting eaten by the bacteria and fungi. They break it down, and then those swim around inside your soil, and they go around, and the protozoa and nematodes find them, eat them, and then only then that your plant gets the nutrients from the protozoas and nematodes. It doesn't go any other way. So anything you decide to put in your garden that is organic is going to have to go through the same process. So all those claims that you see about, like again, all these other products you can put in your garden, like even milk and all this other stuff, it has to go through this process. So that's a good thing, because if it works for you, then those other items that you see here is actually doing their job and is involved in your soil. There's no other shortcut or no other way for it to happen except the way I just explained it to you. Because nature developed it that way, and it's been working, again, from day one, and it's all about just following the simple progress of evolution to get it to your plants. And also I'd like to add, when you plant in your garden real soil, when your soil has sand, silt, and clay, those are minerals that same process I just explained to you will break down those minerals and make them into nutrients and give it right to your plants. Now, it's not impossible. It's worked, again, like I've repeated it probably like 2 or 3 times. Nature has done this for millions and billions of years to help our plants survive. Chemical fertilizers and other nutrients that we think we need to put back in the ground has only been an idea since pretty much like after 1940s or around there, 1930s. But look, trust me that it works, and it works well. I do it here on my farm. Other farmers have been using these practices now for 5 or 10 years without any kind of extra nutrients that they put in the ground, like rock dust or biochar or ashes. If you wish to use that, that's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. But the whole situation is that if you have the correct soil biology, you never have to buy a product, because your sand, silt, and clay has all the potential inside those particles to give you all the nutrients you need for your plants. And until you run out of sand, silt, and clay, you don't have a problem at all. I also want to inform you at this point too, there's only 2 things that I know that can actually go directly to your plant fertilizer-wise and nutrient-wise for it to work. One is a chemical fertilizer, but we know that leaves salt in the ground and will actually destroy all the, let's say, the bacteria and fungi and all the soil life that's in the soil. And the other 2 things that are very nice to have in your garden and can actually deliver free nutrients right away is your worm castings and rabbit manure. Now, with these items, I'm going to show you why those work too in another video. And it's so interesting because it's a process that actually nature has developed so it can go directly to your plant also too. So I want to thank you very much for watching today's video. Please like and share. And until the next video, I hope you have started your garden already. Some people have. We're still having some freezing soil issues here, and it might be a while, but I will keep you informed of my beautiful garden this year, and I hope you come along and see how beautiful it grows. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you again shortly with another video.